So today I'll be going over the newest developer update in Dead by Daylight and be giving my thoughts and opinions of everything that's coming out in the next mid-chapter patch in like a month and a bit. So yeah, I think late July. So yeah, let's get right into it. So it's time for another developer update, a series of posts detailing what we're working on and what you can expect in the future. A quick heads up before we get started, our focus for this post is to explain what is currently being worked on and made available in the upcoming mid-chapter. That said, the second half of this post is going to be very technical, you have been warned. So yeah, I'm not going to be reading the bottom part of this, by the way, because I've gone over this before making the video, of course, because the bottom part talks about pallet grabs, vault grabs, pallet hits and all of that. And yeah, I know nothing's going to get changed by that because they've been saying the same thing for like 2 years. I'll mention a bit of it, but that's really it. So I'll be focusing on this part. As you can see on the screen, Trickster. Yes, Trickster is getting buffed, by the way, which I feel like he needs, but I feel like right now they're buffing him in the wrong way, and I'll be explaining that after. So, okay, now that it's been a few months since the launch of the All Kill chapter, it's time for the Trickster's post-launch review. This is something we'll do for all new killers once they've had a few months to settle into the game. Reviewing the data, the Trickster tends to fall from the lower ends of the roster, even among the top few percent of the Trickster's players, so we feel comfortable making some improvements to him to bring him up to a few spots. We've made several changes to laceration to make it more tense and back and forth battle. For starters, the number of knives required to damage a survivor has been reduced to 6, down from 8. Oof. Yeah, this is how already it just tells you how they're buffing him in the wrong way. Because I feel like already, just personally, Trickster is already good in 1v1. I mean, he's really boring to go against. Your skill against a Trickster in 1v1, it doesn't matter how good you are as looping. I feel like Trickster negates that skill in looping. That's what I feel. I feel like he negates the whole skill in looping. Like, it doesn't matter how good you are as looping. Like, he negates that 100%. Like, using pallets against a Trickster is gonna hit you over it, right? I mean, anything. He can hit you over walls. Like, yeah, Trickster in 1v1 is very boring to go against. It's like going against a Deathslinger, I feel like, or a Spirit. Very boring, you know. Your score is not really there. It doesn't really mean shit. It doesn't mean he's OP, because if it was OP, you couldn't lose. So, Trickster right now, his main struggles, I feel, is his map pressure. He's good at 1v1, but you can easily fuck up a Trickster on gens, because he has no map pressure. He has no gen defense, no map pressure, and yeah, it's just really boring to go against. So, even if I beat a Trickster, it's going to be boring, because what experience am I getting? All I really have to do to beat the Trickster is do gens. I can't beat him in a 1v1, because he's boring to 1v1 against. He doesn't negate your whole skill. So already Trickster is really boring to go against, I feel, in 1v1. And this is the wrong way to buff him. Because if you vote a window or survivor right now, currently in the game, if Trickster throws blades, that's already 4, right? All he needs to do after that is hit you with 2 more and you're already injured. Do you see my problem here? Yeah, so he's going to be way more annoying to go against and way less fun. And it's going to be shitty, I feel. So yeah, bad change, I feel. The delay before lacerating decay starts have been reduced to 10 down for 20, okay, halved it. The rate of decay for laceration has been increased to 0.3 seconds while running and 0.4 seconds of all other times, up to 0. That's what this means, by the way. The rate of decay. I think they're just doing shit with like his speed and that when shooting, I believe. Together, these changes should make chases quicker and more interesting. No, not more interesting. Quicker, yes, but why are you happy with that? You're literally admitting right now, you're telling us, devs, that Trickster is going to be more boring to go against, right? He's going to be quicker in 1v1. So that implies that he's going to get us down even quicker than he already can. Because remember, it does not fucking matter how good you are as a survivor. Your skill means nothing against a Trickster. The only way you're going to destroy a Trickster in 1v1 if they're shit as Trickster. That's it. Like, prove me wrong. It doesn't really mean anything. Your skill doesn't mean shit against a good Trickster, which is really boring to go against, I feel. Oh, man. Additionally, we reduced the amount of laceration lost for hitting a survivor with a basic attack from 4 to 3. We've all accidentally run into the survivor while throwing knives before staying away. Okay, so we've reduced the amount of laceration lost for hitting a survivor. I don't know what this means. Oh, right. When you basic attack a survivor, and they already have them little things on the screen, apparently they've already lost. Trickster, you lose some of the laceration on them, but now it doesn't really do that. Yikes. Cool, I guess. Oh man, it changes. Next, we looked into main events. Okay, main event would activate fairly frequently, but the long activation time often meant that the survivor could break line of sight before you could had a chance to start throwing knives again, making it difficult to use at times. No, it didn't. What are you talking about, devs? See, these devs don't know what they're on about. They're literally saying right here that Trickster is easy to counter with loss of line of sight, but the devs don't realize losing line of sight of Trickster, before you could do that, he probably hit you like 5 times or 6 times already. So you'd already be injured before losing line of sight. So what? You could barely lose a line of sight with Trickster, and if you do, you're not going to lose line of sight for long. Trust me. It's not like a nurse where it's going to be really detrimental for them. It's not. It's Trickster, right? A much faster killer. I'm not saying Trickster's stronger than Nurse, but losing line of sight is not as detrimental for Trickster as it is for Nurse. Because as Nurse, you walk really slowly, so you have to see them before blinking. With Trickster, you can walk to them, but you'd have to blink because you're already quick enough. You see what I mean? Yeah. These are shit changes. So, main event activation time has been shortened to 0.5 seconds down to 1.5 seconds, okay? Already stronger. The number of knives required to activate main event has been increased to 30. Okay, so this is a nerf, I feel. Increase the amount of time you can hold a main event up to 30 seconds. So main event before was 10 seconds, now 30. Now it's triple that. It's triple that now. What the fuck? Okay, 30 seconds on main event is pretty disgusting, I feel. Holy shit. So snowboarding can be a lot easier. What the fuck? All these changes we aim to make the main event less frequent but more meaningful when it does activate. By increasing the time it can be held before it must be activated, you'll have more freedom to choose when to activate it and be able to use it more effectively. So yeah, cool. Last but certainly not least, it could be sometimes difficult to tell when your blades were hitting a survivor. To improve the feedback, we've added hit indicators that appear where the survivor was hit. Okay, interesting. So I don't know if they're doing like their little thing with Legion, where you frenzy and you get that heartbeat thing. I'm not sure if it's that. I doubt it is. It might be. I could be wrong. Okay, so with base changes out of the way, we've also needed to look into a few of these add-ons. Most add-ons are behaving as expected, but there are a few outliers that fall significantly above the... Okay, so they're changing these add-ons now. So this one, with the number of knives required to injure reduced to 6, leaving this add-on as it would be a little too much. With that in mind, we will write this add-on on completely given increased reload speed at lockers instead. So, so before this add-on made 6 thingies to injure survivor, but that's already base kit now. So this add-on's already base kit technically. This old add-on. So they've renewed this whole add-on. Now it opens locker quicker to reload. So this and I Maiden is going to be really good. So that also means in the future I can make a video of Trickster called Insta Loader Trickster. That's what I can do for a whole build. That'd be cool. So I can use I Maiden on this add-on to open lockers really quick to reload, and it'll be pretty cool. So I'm happy with this whole change here. Fist Spin Solar. Okay, this add-on is actually really strong right now. So that's what they're doing. Previously granted the effects of having already thrown 3 knives. This one is a slight tweak. The bonus has been decreased to the effect of 2 knives. The initial throw rate bonus has been nerfed, by the way, because before it was a little too high. So now they've slowed it down a bit. So yeah, this is a nerf to this add-on completely actually, which is fair enough. Iridescent photo card is getting buffed, by the way. Yes, the into down one. So now when a survivor is 2 or fewer blades hit away from the maximum, they'll now be exposed. So before, the survivor always had to be on the last hit before becoming injured. Now it's like 2 or 3 before. So this is a buff. Okay, interesting. Death Throws compilation has also been buffed, the other iridescent one. So they buffed 2 iridescents. Okay, this is another one that needed to change due to the low laceration meter to prevent things from getting out of hand. Now Death Throws compilation will replenish to the Trickster's knives when main event ends. I spoke too quickly there. So it will now replenish the Trickster's knives when main event ends, which is fucking strong. So they've renewed this whole add-on as well. So Lucky Blade and Waiting For You Watch, this is another one. I'm not sure what rarity this one is. These add-ons didn't see much before, so they've been reworked with a completely new effect. Hitting a survivor with a blade during main event will now extend the main event's duration. So base kit main event's already 30 fucking seconds right now. Not currently, when they buff it, it'll be 30 seconds. With this add-on, How long is it gonna be? Like 40 seconds? They haven't really said. They should really give us a specific duration, I feel. But whatever. Last but certainly not least, we've looked and reviewed the Trickster's perks and made changes to both No Way Out and Hex Crowd Control. So these two are getting buffed. So No Way Out, this perk can do quite a bit, but it can also be very inconsistent. If you're missing a token or two, or if the survivors are preoccupied when the gates are first powered, it's possible that they'll miss the first effect. With that in mind, we have increased the base time of the perk to 12 seconds, increased the bonus time for each token to at level 1 6 seconds, at level 2 9 seconds, and at level 3 12 seconds. The perk only activates whenever a survivor interacts with an exit. Okay, for the first time, and you'll receive a loud notification when they do so. Okay, so this is a buff again. So this perk is way better now with Remember Me and Noed and Blood Warden, so that's pretty cool. I'll also make a build in the future, endgame Trickster. In the future, obviously, again, because I'll be doing a couple of builds on Trickster. Right now I'm getting every perk on them, so I can't do it now, obviously. Also, I just felt like I've been lacking in gameplays. Anyways, off topic, let's go back into it. So, that's No Way Out being buffed. Okay. These changes increase the potential maximum time from 46 seconds to a minute now, which is good for the exit being blocked on No Way Out, so that's way better. So next is Hex Crowd Control. A simple adjustment, but one that should have a big impact. Increase the time a window stays blocked from a level 3 14 seconds to a level 3 20 seconds, so 6 seconds added of the window being blocked. Even though this is a buff, I still think Bamboozle is better, because Bamboozle, you have it, like, the whole match is killer. It's not a Hex totem. Also, it increases your Vox speed. So yeah, I don't really fuck with Hex Crowd Control in general, because it's a Hex, so I don't care. Next is the Survivor visual update. We already know about this. I updated you guys about this like 3 weeks ago, and just 2 months ago as well. So yeah, as you can see at the bottom, obviously Meg, David, Claudette, Nia, and the other ones like Laurie, fucking Kate, Adam, Ace, you know, them survivors are getting changed, which is cool. I'm pretty sure before the mid chapter comes out, they're going to be showing off some more model changes for survivors, because they haven't showed us all yet. They haven't showed us like Yui yet, another thing. So yeah, update tutorials, interesting. Okay, so your first steps into the fog can be scary and unforgiving, so we've been working on improvements to the new player experience across the board. In this upcoming mid chapter, you will find a pair of brand new tutorials, in brackets one for killer, one for survivor. We've learned about what you want in a tutorial, so we now cover more than the old ones. Each tutorial also takes place in a single continuous level rather than a series of mini levels cut together, which was annoying by the way. This way everything flows together like a real match, just more controlled so things don't get out of hand. As a heads up, we've been seeing reports of preferences being reset. Yeah, this was annoying. After doing the new tutorial, let me have a drink quickly. The new tutorial, your perks, cosmetics and charms in every survivor and killer got reset. Sorry, got reset, so it was really annoying. So you have to reset all your perks and your outfits, and you redo your charms, which is really frustrating by the way. So yeah, I'm happy they're doing it. They're gonna fix that, but I don't know, the devs always say they're gonna fix it, right, but they don't, so yeah, we'll have to see about that one. Okay, what's up next? Okay, sorry about that. In this upcoming mid chapter, you'll find we've already got that one way. So yeah, as a heads up, we've been seeing reports of my bad. Now a tutorial is great and all, but it doesn't quite compare to the hands of the experience. Before you jump into an online match now in public, you can now practice in offline bot matches. Yes, finally they're doing this. So we have to sit in the boring loading screens. We're actually doing shit. So focus on Survivor before you go in a public match, by the way. Even if your Survivor friends him, or solo him, doesn't really matter. You'll now just go into a bot match on your own, which is cool. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You can practice before, which is fun. This will let you try out everything you've learned in a real world scenario without the stress of other people watching. Okay, bot matches are already available in the live version of the game. Yeah, that's really a thing. Finally, we've added a beginner tool. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Beginner tooltips, I guess, more of them. Cool. Okay, finally is the HUD improvements. Okay, so I'll actually put a timestamp, by the way, for each individual thing. I always say I do, but I forget. Hopefully I remember, please. I should remember. Because I know you guys probably don't like this fucking listening to me just talk about off-topic shit and just having a drink. So I'll put timestamps for each individual topic, like HUD improvements, Trickster thing, and all that, update tutorials, so you guys can just skip to whatever we want to hear about. So, one of the most common requests we've received following our previous changes was the ability to customize the HUD. While full customization is still just a twinkle in the designer's eye, we've added the ability to toggle on and off some non-crucial parts of the HUD. In the settings menu, you'll find new options to toggle. Killer hook counter, score events, and player names in match. Each can be toggled independently in case you want one but not the rest. So, how do you feel about this? Cool, I guess. I don't know, the devs always just they've been admitting that they've given us like a lack of customization, freedom in customization, but why? What's that thing? Like, this is really shit. Oh, I don't really care about this anyway, on improvements, cool, I guess. Okay, so I know I'm not really going to mention the game health part with the pallet hits and the grabs, but I'll mention a bit of it, just so you guys can like get an understanding and why I think it's shit. So they've always been mentioning this, by the way. So essentially what they're doing with this change to the pallet hits. So let's say you're a survivor, right? And a killer hits you for a pallet, then after that they get stunned. So they hit you for it, then they get stunned after. This will no longer be a thing. Well, it probably still will be a thing, but this is what they're trying to tell us. They're trying to tell us this is what they're going to be fixing, but they've been saying this for like 2 years. But I doubt it's going to be fixed. But yeah, this is what they want to fix. They want to make sure we don't get hit through the pallet at all. But I feel like this is a fucking big nerf to killer. Let's say if you're playing killer and you're in a really dire situation. Let's say there's 1 gen left, 4 survivors alive, and let's say the current survivor you're chasing is Death Hook. The only survivor who's Death Hook. Or not even the only one, just one who's Death Hook. Obviously you want to try and get him down ASAP, obviously because there's 4 survivors left and 1 gen left, so you want to try and get him down as quick as you can. And let's say you hit him through the pallet. That's really good, that's good capitalization, and you're going to be happy about that because you secure our kill. Now that takes it away, so you have to play even more sweatier on this. Yeah, it's going to be even shit. That's what they want to do. They want to make it where we don't get hit through pallets, but we all know that's still going to be a thing. They can't fix that, because what they're going to do, fix our internet? No. That's not going to be fixed. I'll be surprised if it does get fixed, but it doesn't. I don't really read about the grabs, actually. So, yeah. So when it cancels your grab, I'm probably going to be fixing this now so it doesn't cancel it, which is good. So it's nerfs to killer and buffs to killer. It's nerfs because you can't hit a survivor for a pallet, but it's also buffs because when you're face camping and you have no choice, instead of it fucking bullshittingly cancel your grabbing animation, it won't do that. But as I said, I don't have to get so hyped because it will still do this. It will still cancel it because the devs have been saying they'll be fixing this for like the past 2 years, and they have, but they haven't fixed it. So I have no high hopes for this, but hopefully they do fix this, but they won't. Obviously they won't, it's the devs. Anyways, guys, that's the whole thing. Yes, the whole fucking thing. That's the whole developer update. I'm not sure we'll get to, but I doubt we will. My thoughts. A couple of good changes, the rest is shit and boring. I feel like this is a really boring mid-chapter patch, honestly, nothing really new. We haven't even been updated of the new map graphics, by the way, with Red Forest and Pearl Rose and even Haddonfield. So there's a big delay on that now for some reason. Oh, devs, just finish them off. There's 3 more, you might as well just finish them off. So that's always going to be shit, because this mid-chapter, we're not going to be getting any new map graphics, unless last second they decide to put one out and tease us with it, which would be cool, I'd fuck with. But yeah, this is going to be a really boring mid-chapter. Like, all that's really happening is buff the Trickster and just bot things. That's really it. Nothing really else. No new graphics. Yeah, nothing really special in this. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Unless, as I said last second, they do decide to put out new graphics for like Red Forest, and I'll be happy. But yeah, boring mid-chapter, I think. Boring developer update. A couple of good changes, but the rest is kind of boring. Yeah, that's really it. That's just honestly my opinion. That's what I think of it, honestly. What do you guys think of this mid-chapter patch, by the way? This whole developer update. Are you guys pissed off with this, or are you guys happy and excited? I'm not really that excited, honestly. Just my opinion. I'm mainly excited for the next chapter, not really this. Anyways, I'll put timestamps as I said, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.